Hi, it's Paul here with the second video on critiquing websites, and I have in front of me a Google Analytics session for a website that I built a couple of years ago, and it's for a local attraction in Bedfordshire. It's not a huge attraction, it's kind of a medium-sized family day out attraction, so it doesn't have a massive audience, but it is the kind of website that people are inclined to go to if they've got young children and they're looking for a day out. And I should add, it's got two things working against it. One is that it's not mobile optimized, and I'll discuss that in a later video. It's not mobile optimized, and it's also hosted in the USA, so it's probably a slow site, particularly given that it's got a lot of pictures on it. But you can see it has, in the period concerned, which is about a 4-week period, it's had 1131 sessions or visits, 852 unique visits, 3,851 page views, with an average of 3.4 pages per session. The average duration of a visit is 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and the bounce rate is 24%. Now, the bounce rate is an indication of the user engagement, meaning that if somebody bounces from a website, it means they turned up, took one look, and they left without clicking on anything else. So if you don't click on anything, that's counted as 0% engagement, and 24% of people who visited this site left without doing anything else. Now, there might be good reasons on some sites why they might do that. You may have a telephone number on the front page, or whatever your landing page is for your site, and they may just require the telephone number, so that could be good enough. But so what do you think? Do you think 24% is a good bounce rate for a website, or do you think it's a bad one? The answer is 24% is pretty good for most sites. I think you would find, if you have a local business that you make available to people on the internet via a website, you might typically get a bounce rate in excess of 50%, 60%. That's not unusual, and some have much higher bounce rates than that. On the other hand, there would be sites which people will go to knowing absolutely what they're going to get when they go there, such as YouTube. If you went to YouTube, you would be going there to visit a video because that's what you wanted to do. So they probably have a very, very low bounce rate. But on average, 50% and upwards is not untypical. So let's have a look at another statistic that's available to us from Google Analytics. Let's look at the engagement on this site, and what this demonstrates for us is that of that 1131 visits to the website, 429 visits ended in the visitor leaving within 10 seconds. So there you are, there's your proof that people don't necessarily hang around very long. They take a look, and then they think, actually this is not what I was looking for, and they go. So and then you've got another further 192 people staying for between 11 and 30 seconds, another 132 staying between half a minute and a minute. So people don't necessarily hang around very long, but obviously, if you've got a service to sell, if you are, say, a local accountant or a solicitor or something like that, and we'll look at some solicitor sites shortly, you've really got to try hard to nail down their attention and persuade them in, as you can see, certainly within 30 seconds, but most of the time within 5 or 6 seconds, that what you have to offer is what they're looking for. So given that short span of time, you can see it's largely an emotional response. They turn up and say, nah, this is not the kind of site I'm looking for, and they clear off. So that is your challenge, and next we'll go on and have a look at some solicitors' websites that I picked out, and we'll see what we think of those.